something that they do to get in the game. So, hey, David, congratulations, my boy. You are now one of the biggest guy out there at the cost of somebody else's life. I hope the money was worth it. Ladies and gentlemen, with this whole David situation, you know, I figured why not hop on and try to figure out exactly what's going on. Based off of everything that I'm hearing, bro, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It's becoming more and more, how do I say it? It's becoming more and more clear to me that this dude is guilty for unaliving that young girl. Perhaps, you know, rumors saying that she was perhaps preggo, and somebody as big as he was becoming very famous, so much so that he was opening a concert for like people like SZA and stuff like that. Yeah, you don't want to be known as a, you know, PDF file on the internet. And so with that being said, let's go ahead and hear what Maury had to say about this whole thing.
So here we are back with another update related to the murder of Celeste Rivas Hernandez in the case of David. According to Drama Alert, they say, David update, a Redditor discovered a Tesla key hidden in the gutters by David's house. And as we all know, the truck of which Celeste's body was found in was an electric car, the Tesla, of which was...
The plot is thickening. The plot is thickening. And the fact that the key is right there, the question is, how did the Tesla get here? Because you can't steal a Tesla that easily. Oh, no. Those cars are extremely secure. So which tells me somebody unalived her, put it in the back of a truck of the Tesla, or in the front of the Tesla, drove it here, parked it, got an Uber, went back to his house and hit the key. I mean, I'm just wondering, who had the genius idea of, you know, saying, you know what? Where's the Tesla key? Let's go to his house and go find it. See what I mean? This sounds very scripted to me. You know what I'm saying? Perhaps this was a human. And you know, you can't say it's human. Rather, you have to make it sound like it's something that is accidental, or it was by somebody else. I don't know, I'm just throwing speculations out there. You know? And the fact that they found the key, I'm just saying, who had the idea of saying, hey, let's go find the key to the Tesla? And, you know, you looked at his house and then just magically found the key. If that was me, I'll bury the key. If that was me, the key wouldn't even be near my house, bro. If I want nothing to do with the Tesla, as I'm driving home, I would just throw the key in a random spot and that's it.
Registered to David allegedly. And here, as you can see, is that Tesla card picked up by this random passerby with, unfortunately, his DNA on it. As soon as you touch evidence, you know, your biometrics, your fingerprints, your dead skin cells are now in contact with this evidence. Apparently, this card was found near a gutter near David's former residence. And I just gotta say, ladies and gentlemen, if you come across any evidence, just please forward it straight to the law enforcement, to the police detectives, because it is not your job to touch anything. If you want to take videos, pictures, and document it, go ahead, but please refrain from touching anything, because you're literally just contaminating a crime scene. As somebody so eloquently stated in the comment section, bro really thought he was Batman investigating a crime scene, but ended up being the reason CSI can't solve it. And in case you guys don't know what CSI means, it basically means crime scene investigator. You know, there's been a whole bunch of shows made about CSI, right, over the years. It is basically the people who pull up to a crime or murder scene to, you know, get biometrics, blood, saliva, hair particles, skin DNA, you know, etc., to find evidence that can lead law enforcement to capturing a murderer, a serial killer, or perpetrator of a heinous crime. And now, because this idiot decided to, I mean, good on him for finding this card, right? But if it truly was the card of David, that may have had Celeste's fingerprints on it, because who knows if she, you know, was driving his car on occasion. We don't know, but now the card is contaminated. Buddy's greasy fingers have now touched the card, which could have been a pivotal piece of information or evidence in this case. And here we all now are on the internet watching this goofball getting roasted by everybody in the comment section. Somebody said, why is the internet and random people solving this case faster than damn detectives assigned to the case? I mean, that's a good question. I really don't know. Like, somebody please watching this video, let me know as to where the fuck local detectives and law enforcement are with their public service announcement. I have not seen anything on TV yet regarding this case. Like, like officially, aside from random news stations talking about this case. Here we have another post saying from r/David2, the subreddit. They say she was 10, not 11, not 12, and not 13. She was 10 years old when they met, and I'll die on this hill. And I'm gonna assume because they believe that this, well, it's not even belief, it literally, you can see the creation of this account, her Discord account being January 4th, 2021, her birthday September 7th, if I recall correctly, and she was born in 2010, which would make her literally 10 years old at the time of the creation of this account. However, they go on to say that, here's why I say that, and if I'm incorrectly choosing the wrong hill to die on, call me out. Multiple former Fortnite teammates, Chronic, said Celeste would be in the groups with David on Fortnite. They said that David had her make a Discord to talk more and join servers. I can provide screenshots of this too. She was 10 years old in January of 2021, and he was 15. In fact, that date she joined the server was so close to the new year. I'm willing to bet, one, they talked elsewhere outside.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys, man. I'm starting to believe more and more that this was genuinely a human. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, he was becoming a huge celebrity. Big. And, you know, if you want to make it to the next top, if you want to make it to the next door or to the next level, you're going to have to do some heinous crime. Something that they can, you know, hold over your head in case you decide to step out of line. You know what I'm saying? Him being a PDF file was, you know, out of the question because he's already is. So they can't really hold that up. They can't really hold him for that. He's already messing with a 10-year-old, you know? So that's out the question. What's next? We're going to need you to, like, you know, sacrifice somebody, you know what I'm saying? Prove to us that you are worthy of being part of the circle, you know? And now that this whole situation is coming out, has he said anything about it? I haven't been keeping up with his side of the story except for what's on YouTube. That's the only one I've been keeping up with. But what I gotta say is, I haven't heard him say anything about it, which tells me what? It's gonna get dragged on. You know what I mean? It's gonna get dragged on, and the next thing you know, he's not gonna be found guilty of it. Why? Because the deed is already done. They got what they needed. If he steps out of line, they can just say, hey, reopen the case. We found new DNA evidence proving that he was the murderer. And just like that, his whole entire career destroyed. Welcome to the internet and welcome to being a celebrity. We know this. Kanye West is a prime example. He admitted it himself that, yeah, mother, it's not new. This is what they do. If you want to get rich and famous, you're going to have to shed some blood.
Out of Fortnite before Discord, and two, they knew each other and met online in 2020. They also going to say, why does a year difference matter? Because it emphasizes how much weirder this man was. That's why. A 10-year-old and a 15-year-old? And a commenter below said, I'm with you. If they started talking in early 2021, David was 16 and she was 10 for up to 6 months before she turned 11. So yeah, I mean, good God. The more I learn about this case, the more disgusted I am. I mean, you know, when I was 16, 15, I couldn't even fathom myself even wanting to hang around a 10-year-old. I thought little kids were annoying as fuck. Even kids, people 2 to 3 years younger than me, I wanted to separate myself to seem cooler with the older kids and whatnot. Like, it's weird as fuck, but apparently, David was homeschooled apparently for 5 whole years straight. He didn't have any social interactions with normal people or kids in a public school. So who knows what that type of weird isolation away from like the public.
That makes sense. Huh. I was wondering why this homeboy looks so zesty, bro. I mean, look at this. All right. You can't tell me a masculine dude just gonna go ahead and paint his nail looking all feminine and shit. Man.
Population of kids may have done to him. Not a justification for anything, but it is weird. And it definitely
I guess what I'm trying to say is every once in a while, you gotta get bullied. You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while, you gotta get bullied just to set you straight. Sometimes the truth hurts. Sometimes it's going to make you cry. But the truth of the matter is, it helps. It helps. Yes, sometimes it can go too far. I get that. But a lot of people out there that could have ended up being zesty, guess what? They got bullied out of being zesty. So now they're masculine walking around. Because why? They started acting a little feminine and their friend called it out and said, hey, yo, we starting to see you, you know, with your finger painted, that's kind of weird, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can't hang out with you, man, because you got your finger. You know what I mean, right? So, yes, bullying has a benefit. It does. But now that we got rid of bullying, now you got dude walking out there thinking that they're a wolf. Yeah.
Probably contributed to some weird predatory biochemistry in his brain as a developing teen. Here we have another post by user Energy Candid 5466 on the Celeste Rivas Hernandez subreddit. They say, I wonder what his defense is going to be. There's
really
no
her.
way that he can say they don't know each other. And here you can see Celeste Rivas with a blue wig on. And here, as we can see in this next photo, is David with the same very blue wig on. So, I mean, obviously it's the same wig. There's just been way too many coincidences in this entire case for this not to be the same wig. Like, obviously it is. Here, as we can see, is the tattoo that Celeste allegedly had of David on her middle or index finger. And pay attention to this ring right here, right? Because in this next photo, you're going to see the same very ring right here. Clearly, this is David's face right here with the same ring. Like, if you want me to go back, like, obviously, this is Celeste's ring. This is her finger with David. The same ring right here. David's face is very obvious. I mean, good God. And this was posted from a page called Hello Kitty Life Girl. Obviously, Celeste is obsessed with Hello Kitty, and so is David. So, yeah, there's no defense for this at all, in my opinion. Here we have some more video evidence with the title saying, Caught in the Reflection, Woman in Black Tube Top recording David in Austin, Texas on August 9th, 2025. And as you can see here in this video, it appears to be Celeste. However, the poster goes on to say, while looking through David's tour blog from day 7 in Austin, Texas, I noticed something interesting in one of the videos. The reflection in a lamp shows someone wearing a black tube top that was recording David. It could possibly be his friend Aisha or Asia, since she was spotted at the Texas concert on August 9th, 2025. Or it could have been Celeste. We don't know. But to quickly show you guys what they're talking about this girl right here on the top of the stage, essentially on the second floor. It says clear confirmation Celeste Rivas Hernandez was alive during one of his Silver Springs, Maryland show from August 23rd, 2025 to the 24th of August. And here, as you can see, I mean, the girl up here, there's some people believe it's Celeste, some people believe it's not. TMZ reported that they have their sources and they confirmed that was not Celeste, but they definitely did look similar, you know, so I can understand why a lot of people believe that may have been Celeste. Here we have a closer shot of the person up there. Honestly, from this position, it does look less like Celeste, but from far away, I can see the similarities people may be picking up on, given the fact that Celeste did have curly hair as well, and she had a slightly tan complexion. Here we have another screenshot or angle of the girl on top of the second floor stage. Here we have another post saying comparison of some alleged photos and actual photos of Celeste, and I'm going to quickly go through this. As you can see, here's one photo, another one right here, another one right here, another one right here from the stage, right? The second floor above the stage, allegedly Celeste Rivas and actual Celeste Rivas. And another one right here, right? A comment said the first picture looks exactly like her, looks like the same nose and chin. And yeah, I can definitely see that. Here we have one post from a user saying David commented on a TikTok post, then deleted this. And it was from a day ago, actually. It says, hashtag David, why is no one talking about how David commented on a TikTok about him and Celeste, then deleted it? WTF. And as you can see here, this is David with the verified check mark on TikTok saying, okay. And this was a video in regards to, you know, the David case, you know, people talking about.
Bro, how do people have these evidence, dog? If you deleted that, like, it's like you gotta have some like future knowledge that this is gonna become useful later, and then you just screenshot it. Like, that's just insane, dude. I mean, wow. I'm mind boggled. Why do we need cops? Like, genuinely, why do we need cops? Huh? Because for some reason, people on the internet seems to do a lot better job of solving cases than cops do. I mean, look at the whole Charlie Kirk situation. Candace Owens seems to be the only one well, not the only one. I'm sorry. There's a lot of people out there who are still saying something ain't right about this assassination, bro. And based off of what I'm seeing, something ain't right about it. And guess what? The FBI didn't post that. The Utah Police Department didn't post that. This is coming from what? People on social media who are looking at the story and saying this is not, something is not right here. I'm just saying, what's the point of having police around if you ain't gonna do your investigation, huh?
his case and him potentially being the murderer of Celeste. Then he commented okay, then deleted it like a couple minutes later, and somebody screenshotted it before he got the chance to do so. Very weird behavior in my opinion. Somebody said he probably thought he was on an old account. Nothing about this screams fake, in the sense that given the case, why would you only Photoshop the word okay and not something more likely to go viral? This is a supposed clout chaser, right? The person quoted is also correct. The owner of the page can see deleted comments for a period of time after they're deleted, and the alignment of the hearts is off due to the like ratio. Check it for yourself. Someone followed up by saying, I believe the tension is affecting him. He definitely made that comment, but the PR team or manager deleted it. So yeah, this comment very well may have been from David himself. And here we have this post by somebody who actually managed to get into Celeste's privated account. I'm not entirely sure how, but here was a repost made by Celeste before her passing.
Okay, so some of you know I can see what might be Celeste's TikTok from before she passed. It's private to most, but looking through her reposts, I saw this one. Look at the time it was reposted. This is just crazy.
You have been promoted. You are now one of my elite employees.
So for those of you who are not watching and who are listening,
She
the
could have been
repost
preggo.
says, when he went from my boyfriend to my baby daddy. And this was reposted to Celeste's own privated TikTok account that is apparently still up.
You are now one of my elite employees. You missed some trash over there, honey.
And by the way, as according to this clip, this was reposted on February 9th, 2024, so about a year and a half ago. Okay. Yeah, somebody in the comments said, this shit is sad. OMG, she was a baby talking about, and I quote, baby daddy. Somebody else also said his repost line up with her repost about a relationship problems, etc. He was reposting stuff about how she was just doing whatever she wanted to, etc. And I just noticed a repost of hers was saying something about, and I quote, reminding my boyfriend I run the relationship. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. As always, make sure you turn on notifications, hit the subscribe button, hit all notifications so you know.
Yeah, man. Like I said, this dude is looking like he's guilty and guilty. But look, I'm gonna tell you guys this, okay? For as long as I've been living in the United States and I've seen a lot of cases like this, I'm gonna go ahead and say this: when celebrities do something like this, right? A lot of the time they don't get caught. Well, they do get caught, but the fact that they're celebrities, the fact that they are signed under a major label. All they gotta do is just slide a few $1,000s to the police department and say, hey, we want you to make this case go away because this is one of us. And yeah, do what you gotta do. Make it snappy, boy. Make it snappy. David is not going to prison. This is this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is my prediction. He ain't going to prison. Why? Because Celeste was perhaps somebody that he needed to, so that way his career can take off. That looked very wrong. But you get what I'm saying, right? His career is going to take off now. Look how many people's talking about him. Me. I didn't even know who the hell he was until this whole situation started. And now all of a sudden, what? You think his career is just going to die just like that? Hell no. Kanye West said it himself that he saw his own mother. He was massive. This dude was almost in the billions, worth $1 billion. His career didn't die. There's so many cases like this. This right here, this is, how do I say it? This is common in the music industry. This is very common. Human is something that they do for fun. Humans something that they do to get in the game. So hey, David, congratulations, my boy. You are now one of the biggest guy out there at the cost of somebody else's life. I hope the money was worth it. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for stopping by. I'll catch you guys up later.